how to invest your first $1,000. Let's talk about this. Let's break it down right now. Let's go. Welcome one and all friends and family to Step Ahead with Ernie Rivera. I am your host, Ernie Rivera. And here at the show, we smash FUD like you smash that like button. So go ahead, if you could, please click like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get the new episodes as soon as they come out. Okay, let's get started, one and all, friends and family. What to do when you have saved your first $1,000. But before we get to the rest of the episode, I will ask you to click like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you get the new episodes as soon as they come out. It helps me defeat the evil YouTube algorithm. Let's go. Now, I know what some of you are thinking out there. $1,000? Ernie, that's not exactly $1 million. That's what I'm shooting for. It's not exactly $1 billion. That's what I'm shooting for. True, but $1,000 is a huge milestone. This is no joke. So many people, I think most people in this country do not have $1,000 extra dollars saved in case of an emergency. Between all the consumer debt, between all the student loans, they don't have that extra $1,000. So if you have managed to put away your pennies and you have saved $1,000, congratulations. I am applauding you. That is awesome, and congratulate yourself because that's fantastic. So let's talk about what to do when we have that first $1,000. The first thing I would tell you to do with it, and I am not a financial advisor, not financial advice, and human purposes only, but if it were me, I would be putting that money in an emergency fund. And I know what you're thinking to yourself, but Ernie, that is not investing. That is putting it away not to be used. True, but where are you putting it? You can be putting it in your savings account, in your money market account. You can be putting it any place that you are not touching it. And why are we going to do this? We are going to do this in case of an emergency. You know, how many people have to put it on their credit card when their car breaks down? Well, now you don't have to, and you are going to have peace of mind. Peace of mind you're getting with this $1,000 emergency fund, and that is going to take you a long way. Trust me, it will. You're going to save yourself the headaches. You are going to save yourself the heartaches. Put away $1,000 and keep it just in case. I know that Dave Ramsey loves to talk about this this woman who was on a show who put it behind glass, and she wrote on there, break in case of emergency. So that was pretty awesome. That was pretty cool. Let's skip to the next thing. So what else can we do with $1,000? The next thing I'm going to tell you, again, we're working our way up, but what I would tell you is invest in yourself. And that is no joke. How do we invest in ourselves? So many good ways. So many good ways. But check it out, you know. I know that there's extra content that you could be getting online right now, teaching you the stock market, teaching you the crypto market, teaching you real estate, teaching you so many things. Invest in a class for yourself. Maybe you need to learn a little bit more about a subject. Let's say you have a product out, but you're not familiar with contracts, or even how to talk to a lawyer, or if you're not familiar with or let's say you're not familiar with marketing. You know, maybe you want to take a more proactive stance in marketing your product. Well, taking a class is a great way to learn how to do that. Separate from that, so many great books you can buy about personal finance. And trust me, this is going to pay off so much. There's so much to take in, but once you have a good baseline, you know, you can kind of get the ball rolling. So this is part of it. Remember that. And again, The Richest Man in Babylon, fantastic book about personal finance. The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, perfect book, great book. Let's talk about the Millionaire Next Door. Let's talk the 10X Rule. Fantastic book, awesome book. Really teaches you how to get out there, how to get engaged, how to come into contact with people, how to meet people, how to make your goals happen on a much quicker timeline than you might have imagined ever possible. So that is number 2. Always a good rule, invest in yourself. Number 2, that is correct. So what else do we have on the list? Okay, so imagine we have our little emergency fund, $1,000. Let's say you're starting to take some money and you're starting to invest in yourself. You're starting to take a class, or maybe you're buying more content on YouTube specifically for investment purposes. Maybe you're buying more books. Maybe you're doing something like that. What comes next? What is number three? Duh. Number three. Number three, what to do with your $1,000 when you finally have it saved. Well, here's the thing. Let's assume you have some in your emergency fund. Let's assume that you are starting to spend it on some content so you can learn how to better use your money. Well, number three, let's not forget, pay off that consumer debt. Pay off that credit card debt. Pay off those medical debts. Pay off everything to the best of your ability. Pay off a little here and there. And why do I say to pay it off? Not just because it needs to be paid off, which obviously it does, but pay a little bit more if you could. I'm not saying use the whole 1,000 on it, but pay your base and pay a little bit more so that you're charged less interest. That is what you want to do. You want to save interest. Assume you have a credit card and you're paying 16% interest on that credit card. That is not nothing. So if you paid off $1,000 on that credit card, it would almost be like saving 16% on that $1,000. It would be like the equivalent of putting $1,000 into a stock and having it go up a guaranteed 16% in 1 year. So that is fantastic. That is a good thing to do. Number three, pay down that consumer debt. Number four. Stocks and crypto. Stocks and crypto. That is number 4 today. So we're assuming that you might have put some money into a emergency fund. We're assuming that you're starting to buy the right books, buy the right YouTube content so that you can learn your investments better. And now we're assuming that you've started to pay off some of that consumer debt. All fantastic things. What else can you do? Stocks and crypto. Spectacular way to start putting away your money and investing after you've done these things. And here's the thing. We buy assets. That's what we do. We don't buy liabilities. We buy assets. And what is an asset? It's anything that is putting money into our pockets. Many stocks and crypto do that. And if you keep your money in there, the overall trend in both is up for the moment. It's going to be up over the course of years. So that is what the trend predicts. But at the beginning, especially if you're trying to trade here and there and everywhere, and you will be doing that because you're trying to learn, you're trying to better assess patterns, you're trying to get a feel for it. So at the very beginning, especially because you don't have a lot of practice yet is the key. Keep that determination, keep that will, stick with it because it will pay off. But at the beginning, you will be paying your tuition. That is no joke. You will be paying your tuition. That is another way to say you will be losing money on your investments. You will be losing money on your stocks, and you will be losing money on your crypto. Not necessarily, and I hope not, but it's just kind of what happens because at the beginning, none of us are good at it yet. And so we pay a premium in order to get in there and learn. And trust me, you should be getting in there at some point. You should be learning this because this is a great way to do it. Stocks and crypto. So remember that one and all. And again, the purpose of this is to learn more than anything. And that is a great use of your money. And number 5. Start your own business. This is no joke. I know what you're thinking. $1,000? How can I start a business on $1,000? There are a lot of ways, and I'm going to start telling you how right now. I know there was a few years ago. I was younger then, but I was supporting myself actually on Etsy making jewelry, and this is going to sound crazy, right? But I saw that on Etsy they sold bundles of these little pendants, and you could put a piece of glass over it, and you like put a picture in there, and super cheap for the parts. You know, you spend maybe like $40, $50 in parts, you turn that into a grand, selling them for, you know, $13 a piece, or whatever you're selling them for. That is one thing you can do. Another year, I was buying and selling cars, and I know you're thinking, you know, how can you do that for $1,000? Well, there are actually a lot of cars that are in okay condition for $1,000. I even bought one once for $500. I fixed a few parts in it, and I sold it for $1,100, making a $600 profit. So there are little things you can do. You can get creative. You can use whatever skills are available to you. You can put a couple money towards supplies. Maybe you could start your own cleaning business or lawn mowing business or any number of businesses. You know, maybe you could sell goods online. There are a lot of businesses now where you don't even need to have upfront money, like drop shipping. Drop shipping is another one. I ask you to Google it when you have a chance. Drop shipping, but that's a video for another day. That's basically creating your own website with the merchandise up that other people are shipping out for you, and you're getting a percentage of everything that sells off your site. That is a fantastic deal. So starting your own business, you know, getting out there, doing stuff, learning stuff, that is what it's about. $1,000 isn't the most amount of money, but it's not the least, and it's enough to get started. And after you get started, you know, we push forward. We scrape and we claw, and we do this and we do that, and we save our pennies until our $1,000 becomes $2,000, becomes $5,000, becomes $10,000, and so on. And remember, we are always saving our 10%. We are putting it aside so that we could reinvest in ourselves, reinvest in our businesses, and just invest in our future for ourselves, so that we have a nice sized nest egg, so that we can share with our friends, our family, our loved ones, those in need. And that is what it's about. Thank you, one and all, friends and family, for being here with me today as we discuss my top 5 ways of investing your first $1,000 as soon as you've saved it. All of these ways, all of these top 5 that I have mentioned for you, I think that they are strong ways to start your investing career. And again, do not be afraid to look at other YouTube creators. Do not be afraid to Google anything you don't know. Do not be afraid to look into it, and just be diligent and have that heart to move forward, always forward, one step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time, or however Rocky said it. So if you like this episode, I ask you to please click like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you get the new episodes as soon as they come out. It helps me slay that evil YouTube algorithm. So thank you once again for being here with me today, people, friends and family, one and all. I love you all. Peace.